Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come to whom the promise was made, and it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. Mm-hmm. Well, what's your question about this, King 10? Oh, here it is. If you have time, can you explain Galatians about the angels giving the law? Oh, okay. So it was added because of transgression till the seed should come to whom the promise was made, and it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. It was ordained by angels in the hand. That is an interesting question there. What is that all about? Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saith not, and to his seeds as of many, but as of one. And to thy seed, which is Christ. This is talking about like Genesis 12. And this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of God in Christ, the law, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul that it should make the promise of none effect. For if the inheritance be of the law, it is no more a promise, but God gave it to Abraham by promise. Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come to whom the promise was made, and it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. It was ordained by angels, not given by angels, but ordained by angels. So the law was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. Now, a mediator is not a mediator of one, but God is one. Is the law then against the promises of God? God forbid. For if there had been a law given which could have given life, verily righteousness should have been by the law. Let me see what your comments are. You figures. Oh, okay, you guys are good. Do we have any more comments? Oh wow, you guys. All right, that's all right. Anti-Paul people use this verse. Okay. Anti-Paul people use this verse. Eh? Why? Because he's saying that it's ordained by angels. You know what? Why don't we check out one of my commentaries and see what they say about that? I don't really know what that means, to be honest, man. Well, let's see if I could get a commentary that could maybe shed some light on this. Wow, are you serious? I don't have any commentary on Galatians? That's wild. I thought I had like 1 million commentaries on Galatians. Hang on. Wow. This one should be good. All right. Let's check out this commentary, people. My people. Oh, it didn't work? Oh, it did. Okay. So now we got to go down to 319. I'm thinking that's going to be pretty far in, but let me see. Wow, this is a long commentary, man. These guys are good. The Baker commentaries, these are really good. But it's like a lot of information, so you gotta kind of dig through it. Where is this thing, man? Wow, it's so hard to find this. Wow, so much sorry, you guys. It'll take me a minute here. All right, 319. Paul has argued that the works of the law cannot justify, that the law brings a curse from which Christ has released us, and that it cannot confer the inheritance. No wonder then that Paul asks, why then the law? This question, repeated in a more specific form in verse 21, introduces a new stage in Paul's argument that extends through verse 25. Okay. Throughout these verses, the focus is on the limited time. Anyway, I just want to hear about the angels thing. Well, look at how much information they put about one verse. One verse, they got 3 pages on it. You know, this is how this commentary is. But I like this commentary. But okay. Although the last clause of verse 19 is grammatically tied to the preceding context, semantically it introduces a new idea that is developed in verse 20. The verb diatasso, from which diatatses comes, is an unusual choice to describe the giving of the law. It means arrange or command, and is never used. That's the word for ordained in the King James. It's never used elsewhere in biblical Greek to refer to the giving of the law. This unusual verb and Paul's reference to angels rather than to God have led some interpreters to argue that he is deliberately distancing the law from God. But these factors are not nearly strong enough to lead us to think that Paul is suggesting so extreme a view here. Sorry, I hope this isn't too small for you guys. Let me see if I can make it bigger. It doesn't really make it bigger, but anyway. I'm here, but these factors are not nearly strong enough to lead us to think that Paul is suggesting so extreme a view here. The view that Paul is trying to distance the law from God, that's not what they're trying to say. That's not legit. The preposition dia, which means like through or something like that, while it can signify origin, much more commonly refers to instrumentality. You know, when you say he did it through, you know, he I don't know, he fixed the car through his hard work, right? That's like the instrumentality. It was the hard work was the thing that he used to get to fix the car. So dia is instrumentality. In other words, Paul is claiming not that the law was put in place by angels, but that the law was ordained through angels. I see. So actually, what does the King James say there? Sorry, give me 1 sec here, guys. It was ordained by angels. It was ordained by angels. So you can say it was ordained by angels. That is, God ordained it by the angels. Oh, you know what? Did I just freeze? I'm sorry, you guys. I think I froze. Can you guys see? Anyway, I can move this around. So if you see this, Kington, and I'll send you this commentary if you want to look at it more closely, right? But here's what he's saying is the preposition dia, the word by in the King James is dia, okay? And this word dia, it usually means through. And through in the sense of like, it's you're using this thing to do the thing, you know? Like I don't know. I never use that word like that, but that's how we sometimes use it. But anyway, so it was ordained through the angels. That is, the angels were the thing that he used to ordain the law. Okay, not that the angels ordained the law themselves. The idea that the angels were involved in the giving of the law is not taught anywhere in the OT, but it is a common Jewish tradition that has left its mark on the NT elsewhere. So we'll take a look at these, Acts 7:38 and Hebrews 2:2. In none of these texts does the mention of angels suggest any question about its divine origin. On the contrary, the emphasis, if anything, is on the holiness and majesty of the law. Nevertheless, this kind of emphasis seems out of keeping with Paul's depreciation of the law's importance in this context, leaving open the question of why he has this idea here. The best explanation is that he is setting up a contrast that he intends to draw in verse 20. All right, so let's look back at the Bible again. Hey, back you guys. Sorry about that. So, all right, we just saw that the commentary was suggesting that it's not that it's ordained by the angels, but through the angels. And even in English, if you use the word by, you can still use it like that. You can still use the word by in that form of instrumentality. You can use it that way. Okay. But what they're saying is that he's trying to set up this contrast that the law was ordained by angels or through angels. Like it was ordained through the angels, that is, he used this instrument to ordain the law, right? But when it comes to the mediator, now like we're no longer under the law, we're under the mediator, right? So now there's only one mediator, which is God. So that's the kind of contrast that Paul's trying to set up. Okay, I'll send you the commentary if you want to look at it. But they showed a couple of scriptures that are kind of similar. So let me just show you those. So Hebrews 1:2-1. Therefore we ought to give the more earnest heed to the things which we have heard. Lest at any time we should let them slip. For if the word spoken by angels was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense of reward, how should we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him? See, here this is kind of setting up the same idea, right? The angels spoke the law according to that Jewish tradition. That's what they're probably following here. But the salvation word is spoken by the Lord, not by the angels. See? And then another one where they kind of have a similar idea is Acts 7:38, I guess, during Stephen's speech. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel which spake to him in the Mount Sinai, when with our fathers who received the lively oracles to give unto us. See? So he's talking about when Moses was on the mountain, Sinai. This is Mount Sinai. So he's saying that the word was spoken to him by an angel, not by God. And what he means by that is that the angel, it's like the angel of the Lord, right? The angel of the Lord speaks with God's voice, with God's words, but that Moses was actually with an angel there, okay? And according to the commentary, there's a Jewish tradition of the angels giving the law, even though the Old Testament doesn't have anything like that. But there seems to have been this Jewish tradition that the angels gave the law, and so they are suggesting that that's why these New Testament authors use this type of language, okay? So I hope that helps. I don't know if that did, but if that's confusing or anything, let me know.
Okay. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 Studying the Bible with Mike, Sam, Pat. These other YouTubers are just so trash. Hit the thumbs up if you want to support. Go follow Mike as he follows the Lord. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 You better watch out, Mike's calling out the shills. If you're not free grace, you need to sit down and chill. We're not hyper grace, you know we keep it real. Eternally secure, you know that we're sealed. We don't back low, we're not workspace heretics. Mike's not in it for the money, trying to get a lick. They out here selling their souls for a couple clicks, becoming Freemasons so they can't just get rich. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 Shout out to Mike Sampat. Check out his channel, Toronto Bible Study. Subscribe and like.